software's acting up a little bit. Bear with me. There we go. All right. So, excuse me. I know I said we'd be working on the options this stream, and that I would be doing some research for it. I thought of something for the night shift that I want to just address real quick. Because right now, as this patch is intended to be kind of like bringing the game to a more playable state, music's a little loud. I want to make sure that the game, you know, is enjoyable for as long as people want it to be, until I can work on a better version. And right now, the spawns of the enemies is limited. So sometimes you'll just spawn on a night and you'll just get like bad spawns, not get the ingredients you need, and that's just not great. The player should be able to kind of make a decision on what to hunt based on their ammo count, not necessarily the bad spawns of this level. So we're just going to tweak something in the enemy spawner and in the parent of the enemy blueprint here. So let's just get started on that. And I'll talk through best I can what my logic is here. I need to find prevent any damage. Yep. Simulate physics, spawn item, death. Okay, so we got something there. I think we're gonna do this just within here. Set actor lifespan, or set lifespan. We'll set it to about 3 seconds. That way the corpses disappear after 3 seconds. And then for the enemy spawner logic, you know, event begin play, do all this, right? Let's just change one little thing in here, and that'll be basically everything we need to do for this. So first off, I want to make this a custom event. We'll call it spawn hostiles. Plug this in like this. Then in the event begin play, spawn hostiles. Break this. So right now, as is, right? Event begin play, spawn these enemies. Yeah, spawn these enemies. But we want this to loop more or less. I want to say every minute should be fine. The other thing I want to check, actually, now that I'm talking out loud about this, is I think we set a time limit on night shift, did we not? Or was it only day shifts? Where did we put that timer? I just want to make sure. Oh, we might have put it in the player blueprint, huh? Let's check that real quick. Or was that in the HUD? I've done so many weird things. I need to pay better attention to what I'm doing here. Day shift. It's probably in the coffee interface, huh? Yep, there it is. Countdown timer. So that's in the coffee interface, and then the night shift HUD. So we did put a countdown timer here. By default, it's 300 seconds. That's a pretty good amount of time. I think every 60 seconds we should refresh the spawn rates, I think. Because right now you get 5 minutes in the night shift. That's a long time. And that's not always going to be fun, right? So we'll do Set timer by events. Make it loop. Make it every 60 seconds. So every 60 seconds, more enemies will spawn. Now, oh hey, Mini-1. Oh shoot, I'm not even in Discord, am I? Let me jump in there real quick. Let me make sure the audio is going to be captured. I'm in the streaming chat, Mini-1 if you want to jump in. Okay, that should be set up now. Anyway, what I was saying was, this could create a scenario where the player is like, I don't know, wandering around here, and suddenly every minute they're surrounded by enemies. I don't think that's too much of an issue to think about. Actually, since they're spending 5 minutes here, I can probably just break it up to 2 minutes 50 seconds. There's a respawning enemies. There's a lot of ways to do this. We'll set this to 150 seconds. Halfway through the night shift, all the enemies will respawn, so players can decide if the shift is going on for too long or if they need to stay for more ingredients. Okay, that's all I wanted to cover. I just thought about this when I was working my day job. I'm going like, ah, shoot, that's got to be something to do. Maybe do something with like the cocoa trees too. So it's based on bean count, right? So by default bean count is 0. Okay, so what we'll do is we'll add a simple delay, 120 seconds. Or sorry, 150 seconds. And then on complete, set bean count to 0. Cool. Now the cocoa trees will also respawn goodies. Let's make sure that's actually in the right stuff here. Alright, cool. Alright, now back to the struggle of implementing an options menu. I did write a to-do list. Let's see. WM text. Window mode text. Okay. I don't know why this is a binding. Oh, I see. I see. So we need to make an enumeration for... No, we did. Switch on window mode enum. I don't think resolution index is doing anything. Oh, we'll come back to it. Window mode. Index. Oh, then I can just... Oh, no? Can I do a switch on this? Oh, there we go. That's even easier. Let's do that. Cool. And then just need to copy the stuff. promote this to a variable, drop this down here. And actually that's what we should be promoting. So this should be window mode text. Set that there. Oops. Window full screen. Unscreens your window. This will just be windowed mode, so we'll just do this. Guess we don't need that window mode in it, then. Just get rid of that. Alright, let me double check my notes here. Anti-aliasing mode. We have this set up, but I don't think it's doing anything really. Nothing yet, at least. You know what we should do? We'll just get this over with now. I'll need a button. We'll add to the bottom here. Actually, first I want a horizontal. Then a button. Get some text. There we go. Before we do any edits to that text, there we go. Change this button to non-hit testable. There we go. And then I'll figure out how to get that running in just a minute. I just want that there before I forget, because I know I will. Let's see. I also want to do audio levels. Okay, that's going to be somewhat easy to do. There we go. Actually, there's an easier way to do this. Hold on. First, what we need to do is go here, duplicate it, call this audio levels, or options, go to the text, and then I believe there is a slider node. Oops, Steam running in the background again? Yes, it is. Slider. I haven't messed with sliders too much, so I'm just kind of playing a little bit blind here. Orientation, horizontal, okay. Is there a way to set the length of it here? That's the real question. Evidently no. I mean, we could also just work with this, what we already got here. We would just need to do something slightly different So we'll start with that. So back to the event graph. We also want to pull audio quality level. I don't want the quality level, I just want the volume. This might be something I need to look up. Let's go to the internet here. There's always a lot of different ways to do this kind of stuff, so I'm just trying to find one that's not too crazy, since we don't need to be that loud. Audio menu. Nope. We can also just come back to this. We still haven't even implemented these actually affecting our settings yet, so let's try that real quick. I already set this text to non, hit decibel, yeah? Cool. Button. Unclicked. Game user settings. Let's see if we can get this working. So how about set anti-aliasing quality? There we go. Screen resolution. Set screen resolution. Let's add some reroute nodes to make this look a little cleaner. Then we need to do window mode. Set window. No? Hold on. How does it call itself up here? Ah, full screen mode. That's my issue. Set full screen mode. Add another reroute node here. And then we're just going to test this real quick. Am I in the menu level? I am not in the menu level. I'm going to put my glasses on, actually. I can barely read the text here. Make my vision so bad. Oh yeah, that's so much better. Okay. So, ideally, so right now we have a windowed full screen, so that's something. Options. Let's pretend we want this. We want 480p, windowed full screen. Let's put temporal. What if we change this? It won't let us change it. Okay, that's concerning. How about upping the resolution? I don't think that's working. Is there apply settings? Ah, there we go. Actually, let's do this. Okay, we had a window full screen change. I don't think anti-aliasing is working. The resolution seems to be working. No, it's not. Okay, we need to do a couple things. So first off, resolution index. Oops. Let's try window mode, because right now that's our issue. So there's the window mode index. I didn't even add functionality to it. That's probably part of it. What about apply resolution settings? I think it's working. It doesn't look like it, if I'm being honest. Yeah, I don't think it's working. How about this? This actually should have done everything. This is actually doing nothing per se. Okay, so something else is not quite adding up here. Let me check. Unreal Engine, change resolution. That's resoundingly unhelpful. Alrighty. Let's just play around so we find something. Let's do this. We'll just get all these quality nodes. Or we could just take the easy way out and do this, I guess. We'll keep that in mind at least. Game user settings, quality. Let's do something a little funny here. I want to see what audio quality really is. Is it the audio levels, or is it just something else? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the designer tab here. On clicked. Audio quality up. Whoops. I want the button, please. Audio quality down. Okay. Sets. Well, first of all, what we're going to do is bring this out here. And we're going to promote this to a variable. And we're going to call it audio quality. Drop this down. Nope. Get audio quality clamp. We're going to say 0 to 6 maybe. And then just plus. I think we did something similar over here, right? And we artificially did something silly here, but it should be the same concept. Do the same thing for this, but do a decrement. Then create a binding. This binding will be audio level underscore text, and we're just going to get the audio quality. Do that. Which isn't working. Okay, so we're just gonna copy this logic here. This is such bad logic. I'm looking at it. It's just like, sure, that's a way to do it, I guess. So let's just do that. Branch. Is it greater than 6? Or is it greater than equal? Nope. Is it greater than 5? If yes, set it to 0. If not, do a increments. Then just do something similar here. What did I do? Less than 0? Branch. Oops, branch. Oh, I did is it greater than 0? Okay, we'll do that then. Is it greater than 0? If so, whoops, if so, go ahead and do a decrement. And if false, set it to 0. Oh. It's not put there. There we go. Cool. That seems to be working. Now we need to add some kind of functionality for this, so we'll just go to set audio quality level. Then I had Unreal Engine's documentation on settings open just a second ago. Let me pull that back up, because I think it talks about at a high level what audio quality means. Or maybe I imagined it, apparently. Yeah, I'm not seeing it now. Okay, audio quality. Audio, here we go. Set audio quality, here we go. That is very vague. I was hoping for a little more information than that. How about just the general audio documentation? Audio, sample rate, quality. Here we go. Quality levels. Quality levels of the audio. Allow sounds to play when silent. 0. Disable EQ. It sounds like nodes. Yeah, I think these are just nodes. It's not really showing me what I'm looking for here. I'm just trying to find documentation on how audio quality functions here. Volume actor. Yeah, I'm not sure. Go to, there's an Unreal Engine pastebin where people share like blueprint concepts. Sometimes they don't work, but we can at least look at them for visual guidance on how people got things to work. That's not talking about audio at all. Widget blueprint, okay. Bank construct, whoops. Master volume, there we go, there's something we can look at. Sound mix class override, what is that? Overrides the sound class adjuster in the given sound mix. If the sound class does not exist in the input sound mix, the sound class adjuster will be added to the list of active sound mix modifiers. Excuse me. I don't think that's what we're looking for. But it is something. What is that? Duck normal attack mix mod. I don't even know what that is. Let's click it. Can I go to the file? It's apparently an engine sound. Oh, wait. If this is how it's laid, I think it's laid out. Aha! I think I know what I'm looking at. So if I'm looking at this correctly, this is kind of talking about all the sounds that it controls. And if you adjust that through this, you adjust every sound in that class. So I need to make a sound class is what I'm hearing. So let's go back to content. Go to sound. Where's the... Okay, yeah. So we need to do something about that. So let's try sounds. Sound class. We'll say cafe sound class. And then we'll look at this one as our means of looking at how this works. I don't know why I closed that so quickly. Normal attack. Doesn't seem like anything special is going on in this. So let's just try going back. Go to sounds, and we will make sound class mix. Cafe sound mix. Okay, it goes up to 4. I don't think it's controlling anything at the moment, though. Because normal attack doesn't seem like it's tied to any sound. Let me look at that sample blueprint one more time, see what they're doing here. Yeah, I'm not sure. Excuse me. Yeah, I'm not too sure. Let's create a sound button real quick, just so I can test something. We'll get a button. Give it some text. On clicks. Play sound 2D. We'll do that. Yeah, that's not really changing how loud it is. It's really just doing whatever. Let's see, if I go into the sounds themselves. Ah, that's what I need to do. Then we'll just go back into the options. Let's get that back in there, just so I can hear it. And instead of audio quality, I'll go ahead and delete these, so we don't need them. Same with these. Sound mix, class override. Cafe sound mix, cafe sound class. And what we'll do, max volume is 4. So, we need a float. Convert this. Is it greater than 4? If yes, set that to 4. And if not, do a plus increment float. There we go. Actually, just in case. Yeah, just in case. Alright, let's do something similar here. We'll just clean this up. And then is it greater than 0? If false, set this to 0. And then, if true, we'll do whole numbers here. Then set audio level to volume. Oh, that's not good. Oh, right, because the binding is... Yes, audio quality. You want to change that to this floats. You still working on this project? Yes, I'm just going to put together a final patch so that way the game can be enjoyable until I can work on the next project or a more fleshed out version of this game, which is the real goal. I still have the original design document that Joe and I put together, and there's a lot of features that I'd like to put together in a version of this game, but that's going to take a lot of time, and realistically it might also exceed itch.io's file size capacity, so I might need to put it on Steam or something, but we'll see. Time will tell. There's only audio stuff, not audio stuff. I'm just trying to put a settings menu together, and then this will be a more polished version of that Game Jam project. So that's the goal. Anyway, speaking of, that did not change at all. Yeah, okay. Settings are painful, aren't they? Or is it because... what was the node called? Let's see if that might fix it. There we go. We have audio settings. Very nice. Settings is so deceptively hard. Dude, seriously though. Believe it or not, audio levels seems to be the only thing that's properly working at this moment. So you got a lot of work ahead of us here. Or actually, is that true? Did we fix this one? Yeah, no, we didn't fix that one. Okay. Oh, right, because we didn't even implement the buttons here. So we need to go to here. Let's rename this. Good luck when you get to resolution, by the way. Yeah, we have it set up. It should be working. It's not working. We'll figure it out later. We need to rename this to window mode up. Window mode down. Alright, let's start with up. Set window mode index. That should work. And then window mode down. Just basically do the opposite. So grab this, paste it here. Do decrement-ish thing. Let's just see how that works. So window full screen. Oh wow, that works surprisingly well. And it seems to capture the resolution now too. So if I do this. Oh my god. We just killed 2 birds with 1 stone. Oh no. About that. About that. Oh, and the full screen's not true full screen. Is my resolution really higher than 1080p? I don't think so. Well, something's happening. That's something. You know, that ain't nothing. Anti-aliasing is the only thing that doesn't seem to be working right this second. Okay, so that's the next thing we'll focus on. Actually, before we do that, I do want to try and fix this, because there is a way to fix this. Can I clamp? Oh, you can't clamp. Okay, there's another thing we can do. We're going to use our sloppy branch functionality here to make this work. So, branch. Let's do this. Greater than? So if I were to guess, right? Because if we go to window... excuse me. Ugh. So it has 3 values, right? Full screen, windowed. Every value in Unreal starts with 0. So 0, 1, 2. So if it's greater than 2, then we should realistically be resetting the window index to 2. Oh man, that sneeze really... Oh man. I must have turned really badly when I sneezed because my shoulders hurt now. Ugh. Okay, let's do something similar here. Grab all this. Paste that there. We'll go ahead and delete all this. Set this to 0. So if it is greater than 0, then we can do a byte minus byte. And then if it isn't, we'll set the window mode index to 0. Let's test this. So first of all, apply. Full screen. It stops at full screen. Ah, so close. Okay, we can fix this by just setting this value to 1. Is it greater than 1? Ta-da! Look at that. You can play this like it's an old PS1 game, and you can't drag this window around. Okay, that's odd, but we'll leave it be. Hopefully it didn't save my settings. It saved my settings! No, no! No! Oh god. Okay, there we go. Cool, so let's get rid of our sound button. We don't need it anymore. So we have audio levels. We have anti-aliasing not functional still, so that's what we need to fix next. So first off, how are we calling anti-aliasing? So, event construct, get the game user settings. Oh shoot, we need to get the sound settings too, actually. We don't need this. I think by default, audio level is set to 0. Let's set that up to 4. Compile save. And what we'll do is get sound mix. No. Sound mix. I don't know. It's just... Maybe it's not something worth worrying about. Audio level set to 4 by default. If I set it to 3 and save, then back out, jump back in, it jumps back up to 4. Okay, so we need to find a way to save that value. Oh, you know what we can do? Screen resolution's also not saving, so we might want to do something like that. Let's do this. Does save game exist? Slot 1, right? That's what we called it? I'm gonna double check myself before I wreck myself here. There's the folder. Go to the save games. Yes, slot 1. Okay. Does save game exist? Branch. We'll do that. If true, load game from slot. Slot name is slot 1. And we're going to need to do a few things. So first of all, cast a save game. So cast to cafe save game. We're going to need to jump into cafe save game. And we're going to need to make some new values here based on what we made in our options. So first off, we're going to need the anti-aliasing mode. Actually, how are we trying to apply that? That's the other question. Get anti-aliasing quality. Set anti-aliasing quality mode. Oh wait, are we not calling it? No, we are calling it. Are we clamping that value somehow? We are. Zero, 1, 2, 3, 4. 0, 3? Should be 4. And then this should be greater than 3, I believe. Let's just double check myself here. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. No, I think I actually had it right before. Okay. 2 and 3. Anyway. Set anti-aliasing quality. It's based on this value. Then we have the apply settings node here, so that should be working. Unless there's an apply anti-aliasing? Yeah, I didn't think so. Yeah, no, that's pretty straightforward. Okay, so we need to save these values is what I'm seeing. So, Cafe Save Game, we need anti-aliasing mode, resolution, and window mode index. So let's do that. We'll call this anti-aliasing mode. I'll make a new category, call it settings. This needs to be an integer. Window mode. This needs to be a byte. And then finally, we need resolution, which needs to be a... I already forgot what it's called. Int point. Cool. So we'll add that to our settings as well. So get anti-aliasing mode. And then we'll set it up there. And then I'll do this in the main menu widget, but we need these settings to apply on game start, because that's not happening right now either. So, resolution, set that there. Resolution. And then window mode. Window mode. And then what we'll also do, actually, since we have the opportunity here, volume. Make this a float. Get volume. The inconsistent naming convention is going to trip me up, but I'm sure it'll be fine. If not, yeah, get this stuff from the default user settings. So now we just need to save all these into the save game. So save game to slot, I believe, is the way to do that. Slot 1. Oh, I know what I need to do. Load game from slot, save game to slot, I think is the way to do it. No. On apply, do all this. Let's do this, because this is going to get really long and hard to read, and I kind of want to make sure we still can read this. Call this save game. And we'll start doing our save game stuff in here. So, first of all, save game from slot, slot 1, cast to save game. Then we'll start setting these values. So, set anti-aliasing mode, set resolution, set window mode, and then finally set volume. Then we just gotta plug these in. While I'm doing this boring stuff, I guess I can put out a small announcement. I'll be sure to be louder about it on my socials when I remember to use them, because I haven't been using them for a good minute. But I did sign up for another game jam in October. What was it called? I'm gonna pull it up real quick, actually, so I can talk accurately about this. Game jams, jams joined. The Scream Jam 2025. Almost 2,000 participants, and it's bound to start on October 9th. So the reason I'm signing up for this upcoming game jam is A, it's a horror themed game jam that just sounds fun. But also it allows me to learn more about graphical settings in terms of environment fog, lighting, and stuff like that. Because I feel like I didn't learn too much with this game jam, and I would really, really, really love to take that opportunity to learn it. Slot 1. So now just at the end of here, save game. Anyway, don't know what I'm gonna make yet. I'm thinking about just tapping the friend group and saying, hey, anyone want to help design this? And then we'll go from there, just because Cafe de Arms came from a conversation with a buddy, and I definitely wouldn't have come up with something like this by myself unless I really, really thought about it. And unfortunately, outside of my day job, my brain power is set to minimum, so definitely wouldn't have had a lot of thought of let's test this game, save game stuff. So let's pretend I want to play windowed mode at 480p, FXA anti-aliasing with level 2 audio. So we hit apply. That should have saved it, right? Exit. Hey, look at that, it saved. The anti-aliasing is still not working though. I don't know why the screen changed size when I changed that. Yeah, that anti-aliasing is straight up not working. Okay, 0 to 4, higher is better. I did clamp it. I'm just wondering why it's not applying. So, let's just Google this like we're asking for help online. So, Unreal Engine, anti-aliasing, not applying. Seems like this is going to be more material-related research. So let's slide away from that and let's just try something different. Because anti-aliasing was working for a little bit last time I tweaked this, if I remember correctly. So let's just do this. Options. Windowed full screen, please, at 720p. Okay, so currently set to none. Okay, so that's definitely not working. So... anti-aliasing. No. Settings. Yeah, no, that should be working. Just choosing not to. Is there a different apply node that maybe I'm not thinking about? Let's try this. We'll add this at the in-betweens here. I doubt that's going to be the solution, but hey, you never know until you try, right? Yeah, that doesn't seem to be working. That's kind of unfortunate. I may just axe the setting, if I'm being honest with you, because it's not really that noticeable in most of the gameplay sequences anyway. I hate to leave it like that, but at the same time, it's not like my game is pushing a benchmark or anything like that, so let's do that. Let's go to the designer tab, take off that anti-aliasing. And then we'll save our save game some work as well. Okay. Go back to my notes here. Was there anything... Well, first of all, let's notate that we even did something today. 7... Today's the 27th? 27th. So, first thing we did, right, was we set hostile corpses to despawn after 3 seconds. Cool. And then we set respawn timers on the cocoa trees and enemy spawners for 120 seconds. Then we implemented resolution options. Window mode. I should call it full screen mode. That's the real way it's called. And audio levels. We should probably create a delete save button as well, just for people who want to maybe start a new run. And that should be really relatively easy to take care of, right? Oops. No, stop. There we go. Anyway, is that going to be an options menu thing is the real question. Or do I have that functionality in the main menu? So start new game, load game. New game, create save game objects. And then there's load game. So the load game button does have an issue in that when you open the game, it creates a save slot right off the bat. So what we're gonna do instead No, it shouldn't be creating it. Okay, we're gonna test this. I think we already tested this before, but it's worth testing again. I'm just gonna delete my save. Wait until my browser acknowledges it's gone. Not my browser, File Explorer. All right, now boot the game. And then it creates a save game. Okay, so probably because it's asking if a save game exists, and then creating one when it can't find one. So I think to get around this, no. Let's. Okay, so here's my issue, right? My idea was if I allowed the player to name their save slot, right? That would kind of get around it. Issue being that I would have to go through a lot of blueprints to get that set up, and I'm not really that interested or that invested in that issue. So I think what we're gonna do instead is go to Cafe Save Game, and in the settings, we're going to create an integer, and we're gonna call it play count. Make it an integer, set it to 0. And what we're essentially going to do is load game from slot, right? We don't need to do it in event construct, right? I don't think. Yeah, we do. Yeah, we do. Get player count, play count, and we're going to promote that to a variable, and we're going to call it the play count as well. And we're going to create a binding for the color of load game, or not the color, but the visibility. Create binding. Gonna get a branch. Whoops. We're going to get a branch. And if play count, actually, real quick, there's one more thing I gotta do. New game. Shoot. This question's already asked up here, so I guess I don't need to do anything down here. We can take this all out. Most of this. We'll add a branch here. Or, I guess it's controlled up here already, huh? Okay, look, if play count is greater than, I don't know. Is it greater than 0? Let's promote this to a variable. We'll say load button visibility. Okay. I've been talking and rambling for a good minute without explaining myself. I'm going to try my best. So, if play count is greater than 0, the visibility of the button, oh my god, stop, will be visible. And if it's not greater than 0, we'll set it to non-hit testable. That way, if the player doesn't have a save, it'll be kind of visually indicated. So what we need to do now is just make sure that that disabled button has like some kind of visibility to it. Okay, so hold on. Is there another option I can use with this? Okay, not hit testable doesn't have a unique color to it, unfortunately. So how about this? Oh man, there's a way to do this. I'm just slow. Bear with me. Set color and opacity. Set color and opacity. We'll do that. Oh shoot, I don't want that up there. I want that down here. Take these, bring it down. Bring this across. Let's test it. We're getting somewhere. We're getting somewhere. It's not the right one. Set background color. There we go. Getting somewhere, getting somewhere. Nice. Okay, cool. Now, when you hit load game, I want you to be able to first of all, grab these. Slide these out a little bit more. Set play count. And then save game. I skipped a step. We'll do this just because it doesn't impact the flow of this too much. Cool. So, create save game. Cast to save game. Does save game exist? False do nothing. We also want to increase the play count here. So we'll get play count. Because we don't want players to never be able to load their game. So essentially, when they start a new game, it'll create a save game object and increase play count to 1. So that way the next time they boot the game, they'll see this button re-enabled. Let's test it. Okay, so that should have already saved it. Load it. Look at that. It works. Like a charm. Oh man, I feel so smart. Anyway. Let's add that we fix that as well. Disabled load game button on initial playthrough. Cool. Alright. To-dos. Mouse sensitivity. Oh shoot, I didn't even think about that. Is that even something I can tweak? Go back to the event graph, go up here. Mouse. Sensitivity. Oh. Mouse. Nope. I don't even know. I've never tried to... Screen space coordinates to full screen widget space. I need to transform the mouse into DPI scaled space. That's not what I'm looking for, I'm pretty sure. Alright, this is gonna require some Googling, I'm pretty sure, because I'm not even sure. Sensitivity. Mouse sensitivity, here we go. Seems like we're gonna need to look at the player widget for this. So it should be right about here. Nope. There we go. Apparently there is a way to kind of multiply the value to essentially control how quickly the player looks around. I'm not sure how this works, but we're going to give it a try. First of all, we're going to need to do mouse sensitivity settings. No, this needs to be a float. This needs to be a float. I do wonder what the clamps on that's supposed to be, though. I'm gonna try and look this up a little more. Mouse, Unreal Engine mouse sensitivity. Yeah, people are just saying like, oh yeah, just float it, you know. Okay, it's actually a lot more straightforward than I was expecting, if I'm being honest. So people are saying like, oh, you can just multiply it by 0.5 to make it half speed, or or by 2 to multiply the mouse sensitivity by 2. I think that's a pretty healthy range. I doubt people want to be like hyper precise in this game. So we'll just promote this to a variable. Then go back down here. Then all we need to do is just multiply by mouse sensitivity, and then just do the same thing here. And that pretty much is how you implement mouse sensitivity into the game, at least. Now we just need to create a setting to change that sensitivity. So we'll go up here. We'll get a reroute node, get mouse sensitivity, and we'll just promote that to a variable. Then we just need to go down here, go to save game, set mouse sensitivity. Go to the designer tab, and then we will just duplicate this, rename this to sensitivity options, sensitivity, we'll call it aiming sensitivity. Now we just need to rename the buttons. We'll call it sense up. sense down. And then we'll just use like what we got up here just to clamp it. So get a branch. If it's greater than 0, then we don't mind it being a... we'll subtract by like point, I don't know, 25. I think that's somewhat reasonable. We can test it just to find out. Oops. I want to set this node. So if it's greater than 0, go ahead and subtract the values. If not, please set that to 0. And that's sensitivity down. How about sensitivity multiplier? Nah, maybe just sensitivity. The fact that it's a multiplier doesn't really matter to the player. All they care about is this how I adjust my sensitivity? And if the answer is yes, then that's how they're going to do it. So we need to get the up button. Sensitivity up. There we go. Get a branch. Is it greater than, I think double times should be enough to question it. Real quick, set the sensitivity times 1 by default. Is it greater than 2? If so, set it back to 2. We'll actually do 1.75. And then from here, otherwise, plus 0.25. Alright, let's... Oh, I didn't create a binding for that text. Create binding. We'll call this binding send sensitivity adjust text. Now it just looks like sad adjust. Sad just. Get mouse sensitivity. Just plug it straight there. That should be sufficient. There we go. So now, I did that to myself. Okay, so now what I want to check is a way to adjust this in-game through the pause menu. So we need to set that up. So we'll start with the nighttime pause menu. We can look at the main menu for reference on how we did this. So if we just added an options button, and when you clicked it, it removed the widget, created an options menu, and added it to the viewport. Which means we actually need to add a back button to the options menu actually too. Which is going to be tough. And by tough, I mean it's just going to be annoying because of how I'm going to end up doing it. But we can do that. Go into here, say this is back. Back button. And then get level name. Branch? No. There's a smarter way to do this. level enum. And then just to make sure I'm getting all this right, copy that. Do that one more time. Alright, let's see if this is going to work the way I'm thinking it's going to work. Switch on level enum. Ah, I see. This is probably not going to work the way I was hoping. I mean, I could do this the way I was doing it with the other pause menus, where I just kind of copy it and say, this is the day shift version, this is the night shift version, this is the main menu version. Which is annoying, but it is a way we can do it. Yeah, let's just do it that way. It saves us some time. And it's something we know how to do, so we'll do that. Call this main menu underscore options. And in here, remove from parents. Actually, we can just kind of close all this. There we go. So let's test that. Let's say I go into my options. I set my settings up. Well, that did not work. Why did that not work? Options, remove from parent. Oh, wait, I know why. I know why. Okay, but it should be applying this resolution. I don't know why that's not applying correctly. Load game from slot. Resolution. Res text. Ah, I see why. I see why. Resolution index is not saving. That's what the issue is. I need to open up the cafe save game again. Player blueprints, cafe save game. Go to settings. Resolution index. Set this to be an integer. Compile save. Actually, real quick. Settings. Compile save. Jump back into our options. And what we need to do is in save game, stretch this out just a little bit. We also need to get set resolution index. Plug that in right there. And then in the event graph, when we load the game from slot, we also need to get resolution index. And from there, set resolution index. So let's say I bump it up to 1080, apply, go back, we're back in the main menu, options, there it is. And just to prove that it still works, there it is. Cool, that was an easy fix. Now we just need to make this options menu work for the other pause menus and such. So let's start with this one, since this will be the easiest way to start. This is the resume button. We'll just duplicate it here. Hopefully it puts it in the middle. Yep. We'll call this the options menu. Change that text to say options. Then on clicked. Go like that. Compile save. Then we need to go back to our widgets folder. Go to the main menu, pause. Nope, not pause. Options. We'll copy this. We'll change this to night shift underscore options. And all we need to do in here is jump all the way down here. Change this to night shift. I spelled night wrong. Night shift. Pause menu. And we can test that by just jumping into the night shift level. Cool. And then pause. Options. Back. No, I screwed up. Because we're not opening the right menu. We need to open the night shift options menu. Here it is. Look at that. So the other issue is that timer is not stopping. I forgot about that. Night shift HUD. Ooh, what if we do this? Branch. Paused. Is game paused? Bam. If false. There we go. Timer's fixed. Love how easy that was. Okay, so night shift options is done. We need the day shift pause menu. Just do the same thing here. Just duplicate it. Options. Options. Go here. Copy this. Paste that there. Then we need to go to the options folder. It's going to be the day shift underscore options. And then just goes down here. Change this to day shift. Nope. Day pause menu. Then in day pause menu, we want to open up the day shift options. Now we can test this by just going into the day shift level, booting it up, hitting that pause button. We need to fix the day shift HUD with the timer issue. Luckily, we know how to fix this now. I already closed it. Okay. Copy interface. Event tick. Branch. Is game paused? And now it's not working. Oh, because I did if true. We need to do if false. So there's a timer. Hit pause. Look at that. Timer is paused. Okay. Oh, I didn't test the thing we were supposed to test. So pause the game. Go to options. It didn't remove from parent. Pause menu. It's supposed to remove from parent. Remove from parent. Save. Okay, hold on. Pause. Options. Yeah, it's still not going away. Why is the pause menu not disappearing? Unclicked. Remove from parent. DS options. Add to viewport. I'm not sure. That's really strange. But, I mean, I guess it's not horrible, it's just really confusing. Ah, that's why. For some reason, it's spawning 2 pause menus. So, if we go to player blueprints, day shift character. Input action pause. It should only be doing it once. Let's do this. Just in case. See if that might fix it. Nope. So something with the resume button is not working, maybe. Is the text the issue? Not hit testable. Not hit testable. Not hit testable. I'm not sure what's causing that. That's really strange. Okay, since that did nothing, we don't need that anymore. Or actually, hold on, I want to tell something. Okay, so good news is spamming pause doesn't necessarily add layers of this pause menu, which means something else is causing it to do that. Oh, you know what? Is it the date? Is it the controller? Is the controller doing that? No. There must be something else in this widget that's causing, not widget, the character blueprint. That's causing it to spawn multiple UIs. Ah, that's what it is. I have 2 pause game functions. I knew it was something silly. Yep. And now it works just fine. Amazing. Ah, man. That's hilarious. Alright, let's document that. Patch notes. I did so much. So first of all, the options menu didn't add any new features, right? Oh, mouse sensitivity. That's what we added. We added mouse sensitivity. Disable load game button on initial playthrough. What else did we do? We patched. We fixed duplicate pause screens on day shift. We fixed the countdown timer. Fixed countdown timer, not. I spelled count wrong. Countdown timer, not pausing during pause screen. What else did we do? Nothing in the copy interface, that's for sure. We added the options menu to the pause screen. Was there anything else that we did? I'm not sure. Don't think there was anything else. We don't need this enum. No, I think that pretty much covers everything we did. Yeah, no. I think we're done. So now it's just a matter of exporting and then uploading the patch. So we'll get started on that. First, let's start by building everything while I drink my gamer soaps. Yeah. UV labs are overlapping by 57.6%. Positions content, enable error colorization to visualize. I don't think it's going to be a big deal. Alright, this is basically done. So building should be done. Save all. And then let me delete my save file. Just so that way we're not accidentally including my save file in the export. I don't think that can happen, but I also don't know. So, package product, Windows 64. Configuration shipping, yep. We'll save it to, my desktop. We'll just make a new folder, I think. No, it makes its own folder, we're fine. We'll let that run for a minute. Man, my VTubing software cannot tell if my eyes are open or not, and I think that's hilarious. Every single time I let it not use the auto blink function, it's just like, are your eyes even open, bro? Tell you what, I'll fix this real quick. Let me hide myself. We'll go into the settings, just get this cleaned up. This only takes a second. There we go. Now we can pretend that it's tracking my eyes correctly. Alright, once this is done packaging, we'll just do a final playtest. Start to finish, just play the game for maybe about 10-15 minutes. Make sure we don't run into any other bugs, and from there, we'll move forward. So, there it is. Look at that. Load game, 0. Already good stuff. So let's set our options real quick. It's on full screen by default. We'll bump the resolution. Ooh, okay, cool. So we'll set the audio level just to 1. Let's increase our sensitivity. I realized we didn't test that in the night shift level like I said we were gonna. So we'll just do double time. Start a new game. Chocolate milk coffee, so chocolate milk coffee surf. Nice, got a good tip out of that. Milk espresso coffee, milk espresso coffee. And then we'll close up shop if we run out of coffee, which we probably will. Milk iced coffee. The ice has got a weird thing on it. We'll fix that. That's probably easy. Let me write that down. Pause. I'll write it down on my notes page over here. Things to fix. Ice button. Actually, call it the shift. Issues. Ice button acting weird. That would be enough information for me, I think. Vanilla chocolate coffee. Vanilla chocolate coffee. Chocolate milk coffee. Chocolate milk coffee. Alright, and then we'll end the shift here. So we should see 202. We do. We can upgrade our ammo. Boom. I kind of want to add a space there. Stay shift UI. End screen needs spacing. I'll know what that means, I hope. Okay. So, we need milk, coffee, and chocolate. Ah. The more I stare at the screen, the more angry I get. I have all caps on all my UI elements except this end screen for some reason. Alright, that's double sensitivity. That's pretty high. Oh shoot, it didn't pull the... That's concerning. .5 sensitivity. That's still pretty high. Let's just have it. I can feel the difference, but it's really subtle. What if I drop it down to 0.25? Yeah, I don't think that sensitivity slider is really working as intended. That's kind of unfortunate, but whatever, right? Oh, wow, that's loud. Oh, but my only option is 0. I did this to myself. We need coffee beans. That espresso bean doesn't see me. Let's get one vanilla bean. We'll get some cocoa beans while we're here. Is there another coffee bean somewhere that I'm just not seeing? Oh yeah, there he is. Too bad he's surrounded by a lot of enemies. Oh no, ow. That's unfortunate. That's super unfortunate. Oh well. Oh no, stop! Oh my god. Alright, so we got 7 milk, 1 espresso bean, 3 chocolate beans, 1 vanilla bean, and 3 coffee beans. We forgot a colon here and here, but I'll fix that. Ice vanilla coffee, vanilla coffee. Oh, I should just see if the dump drink button is still working. So he's like, oh, I want ice milk coffee. Oops, I made you a cup of ice. Dump it. Ice milk coffee. Alright, cool, that's working. Now I want to serve a bad drink, just to make sure the bad service counter is working. We'll give you a cup of ice. Hey, and he gave me $0. Alright, cool. Everything's working. Load game. All my settings are saved. That's good. Yeah, we'll call it there. Okay, so 2 things. The settings button is not actually working, for one. Not the settings button. Sensitivity button is not working. So we need to look at the player blueprints, night shift character. Maybe we'll have it adjust. Oh, it's multiplied correctly. I'm not sure. That's really strange. Maybe we'll just increase the adjustments or something. I don't know. We'll leave it as is. There was some stuff I wanted to fix. The ice button on the coffee interface. So for some reason this is behaving differently. What could be the cause? Oh, I see. That's actually pretty straightforward. Ice. Ice. And then 30 by 30. 30 by... Oops. 30 by 30. That's all I need to do there, I'm pretty sure. We can test this real quick. Oh, yeah, we got an issue. Coffee interface. Normal is ice icon 2. Ice icon 2. What am I doing wrong? Margin 0. See if that was the issue. Yep, that was the issue. Cool. That simplifies things quite a bit. Is there anything else in the coffee interface specifically? Nope, just the end screen now. So day shift clock out. Available cache. Or actually, we should go to the binding. Aha! Available tips. Space. Save that. Current max ammo. Current max ammo. Upgrade costs. Enter night shift. Exit to main menu. I should make sure the day shift clock out menu has the same kind of language. It's important to be consistent. Exit to main menu, return to the cafe. That's good. There's a binding for this one. Out of ammo. Coffee beans. Vanilla beans. Chocolate beans. Espresso beans. Milk. I'll save. All capitalized. Looks good. Make sure day shift is the same. Oh, it's not capitalized here either. Okay. Coffee beans. Vanilla beans. Chocolate beans. Espresso beans. Milk beans. Milk. Compile and save. Shop, available cache, current max ammo. Upgrade costs. I think I fixed this in here. Yeah, I did. Okay, we're good there. But just for my sanity's sake, upgrade costs. Ingredients remaining. It's closing time. Day shift. Wow. The day shift has ended. Compile and save. And again, for my sanity's sake, out of ammo. Aside from the sensitivity slider not actually working, I don't think there's anything else we need to really fix. Yeah, let's just export this again. Oh shoot, there was something else. Ah shoot, stop, cancel. In the pause menu, one of these options isn't actually loading the right stuff. I wanted to check why. It was resolution, I think. It wasn't actually saving correctly. So if I do pause, options, let's set something up, 1080p. We'll just tweak some settings here just so it shows up. So these are our settings. I'm gonna make a note for myself because I'm gonna forget. 1080, window full screen, level 1, and 1.25. Okay, apply, back, options, all loaded correctly, back, resume game, end shift, night shift. Okay, why is my crosshair blurry? Or is it rendering? It was rendering, okay. Pause, options. All of that loaded correctly, okay. Oops, something's going on outside my window. I'm sure it's fine. Options, okay, nope, everything's correct. I don't know, that's weird. Save all, let's export. Okay. Alright, I guess I should get itch.io up because I don't know how updates work on itch just yet. And packaging completed. Alright, cool. Go to the itch page. After the arms, let's open this up here. There's a way to do updates, right? New devlog. And we'll just say, the cafe. Or actually, Café des Armes has been what's the word I'm looking for? Not remodeled. Ah, shit. I don't know. How about we just say, Café des Armes has been cleaned up. Major update. Long form discussion. Long form posts are longer posts for talking about how you create your project. If you're publishing a changelog, update to your project, or announcement, please select an option above. Oh, I guess so. This is like if you want to talk about more stuff. You can attach things uploaded to Café des Armes to this devlog post. We've automatically attached things updated recently. Oh, we're gonna need some new screenshots. Okay. Where's that export? To rename this stuff. There we go. Okay, because I renamed the folder, it didn't fix anything. I actually need to fix it in Unreal. Okay, project settings. Project name is Café des Armes. Café des Armes. Where is it? Am I blind? There's a way to rename the folder, I'm pretty sure, and I'm just not remembering. All settings, folder. No? Maybe I just need to do it within File Explorer. Give me just a second to do that. Oh no, it's not gonna let me do that. Ah, shoot. Whatever. Let's retrieve that from the recycle bin. Oh wait, no, that's not what I did at all. Okay, let's try this again. We just need to re-export, and that should be fine. It only takes like a minute. And then we'll just only rename the executable. Anyway, the itch page. We'll need to remove this one, for sure. This and this. It's done? Alright, cool. Let's get some new screenshots. Okay, so first off, let's get a screenshot of the menu. Is it Windows Shift S for screenshotting? No, it's not. I can just use the snipping tool, it's fine. Snipping tool. Cool, cool. And then I think that auto saves when I use it that way. That it does. That it does. Alright, cool. I also still have all the old screenshots in my folder, so let me clear that out. So we'll start a new game. We'll wait for a customer to walk up. Let's get a screenshot of that. Beautiful. We'll end the night shift. Actually, no. Hold on. Let's get a screenshot of that. Now it actually looks like something. Okay, cool. End the shift. Can I Alt-Tab? There we go. Get a screenshot of that. Then what we'll do is shoot, Alt-Tab, screenshot, ASAP. There we go. Is there anything else I need to screenshot from this game? Here, pause. Let's look at that itch page one more time. Main menu, coffee interface, and the shooting section. No, we don't need anything else. We're good. Okay, major update. You can attach things uploaded to Cafe Arms to this devlog post. We've automatically attached some things here. Add attachments, files, images. Upload image. Here we go. Let's start with the new coffee interface. We'll move this to the left. Grab another new image. It'll be of the night shift. Move this to the left. Oh, we need a picture of the options menu. That's what we need. There we go. Let's add that. All right, cool. Cafe d'Armes. The feedback from our valued customers. So we've decided to take the time to respond accordingly. Thank you to all our patrons and visitors. We hope this update makes your time at our cafe even better than it ever was. Just for fun. Then, whoops, patch notes. List. Now for a bunch of typing. Start with the earliest fix. Fixed enemies not dropping ingredients. It was only some, so fix some enemies not dropping ingredients. Updated night shift end screen. With new formatting, and dawn is breaking text. For the idea. Combine set credit. Thank you to. There we go. Cool. Fix enemies assaulting the player upon player while dead. Limited cow supply of free milk to reduce inflation. Fixed coffee beans freezing in terror upon seeing the player. They are much braver now. I need to be consistent in my formatting. Fixed soft locking upon pausing during the day shift. Be consistent in your formatting. Thank you. Added total money counter and earnings counter per customer Can I italicize this? Hell yeah. To the tip jar. Increased roughness of customer materials. They are less glossy now. I know how to make this one funny. Retrained employees to not how about retrained customers, actually? Customers and employees to not accept / serve cups of single ingredients. The correct beverage now relies on all 3 ingredients being correct. Retrained employees to dump drinks when they realize they prepared the incorrect beverage. Be careful not to waste too many ingredients. Added item descriptions. Oops. Descriptions to the coffee machine's interface. Every employee. Let's do it this way. New employees can now intuitively serve the correct ingredients. Renamed our milk beans to just milk. Saves money on printing costs. Added labels to HUD elements during the night shifts. Implemented countdown timer to day shift and night shift. Closing times are and shift schedules are non-negotiable. Implemented bad service encounter on day shift. We need to hold our employees accountable. Oops. Including shoot to end shift added options menu. Set hostile corpses, or I don't say hostile in this one, I say enemies. Set enemy corpses to disappear after several seconds. Switched growth fertilizer for night shift to have enemies respawn mid-shift. What else did we do? We did a lot of things. We did so many things. No, that's pretty much everything. That is pretty much everything. We hope to see your continued patronage at our shop. Nope, we're talking to our employees here. Thank you to all of our employees. We hope to see your continued efforts as you work for Café des Armes. Tags, indie game, 100-person shooter, coffee, simulation. It's a stretch, but it's kind of simulation. Arcade game, arcade. I don't know. This is an English post. We'll publish this today. Oops. Image that will be shown along with links to your post used as social media image. We'll just use the regular Café des Armes logo that I apparently accidentally deleted. Oops. We can salvage this. Open this image, right? Right click, save image. Upload. Where is it? There it is. We'll enable comments. Everyone who can see your project page can see this post. There is no way for me to... that's the issue. I need to upload the zip file. So we need to remove this zip file. I need to actually zip this game. Café des Armes. Compress to zip file. And then while that's running, just triple check ourselves. Can we do more tags? I don't know, update. Patch notes. Yeah, I don't know. How about just has been updated? We don't need to get crazy with it. How's that zip file looking? Is it done? It's done. Alright, cool. Files. Attach. Oh, no, no, no. I want to upload a new file. Why won't you let me upload a new file? Okay, we're gonna have to do something here. I don't know why I did that. Can I just edit the page to do this? Edit game. Aha. Upload file. I should probably rename this to, like, I don't know, Cafe de Arms update or something. I don't know, 1.0. How about version 2? And then while that's uploading, Cafe de Arms, VTuber, Tiny Jam, version. Come on, any day now. We'll replace these screenshots too, once this is done. I just want to make sure we're doing things in the right order here. I need more water. Okay, I have a picture here. Is poured. The file is uploaded, which is good. Change the display name for this one. Version 2 should be sufficient. Move this to the top. It's executable for Windows. Let's expand on these as well. So pause menu, left mouse button is to shoot, WASD space is to jump, save. Alright, screenshots are attached. Oops. Set the logo back in. Alright. Save that post. If I click this, what happens? It makes you download both. Okay, lets you choose one. Okay. That is everything. Cafe des Armes is finished. That's crazy to me. I thought there was at least one more week of development, but honestly, development of Cafe des Armes has been so surprisingly smooth. I say that. During the game jam, it didn't feel like it, but ever since we came back to just kind of finish the game, it's been a lot easier. So, you know, that's cool. That's honestly really cool. Very excited to maybe work on another version of this game with more features that were cut from the original design document. Really excited for the Scream Jam that's coming up. Definitely looking forward to all of it. But yeah, thank you everyone for tuning in. I'm not, if I'm being honest, I'm not sure what the next stream will be for sure. But definitely looking forward to working on more of these games. I've been having so much fun working on game jams, working on Cafe des Armes, and being able to stream it to people who are genuinely interested in this topic. So yeah, I'll talk to you all later.